You're listening to Talk with Watch.
Welcome to Watch 50 Years Tells a Story. Our story begins in 1972. We were the first state-funded service for adults with intellectual disabilities in Tuolumne County. In the beginning, there were 8 individuals attending this newly established activity center. Today, we serve 162 individuals and provide services that increase self-sufficiency and support each individual's full participation in the community.
Hello guys, welcome to Talk with Watch. Today's date is April 3rd, and I've got Ashley, Danner, and Gus in here with us. You guys want to say hi?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay guys, so we collectively chose the topic of if you were to have a superpower, what would it be and why? So anybody can go ahead and pitch one out there if you want.
My superpower would be eyes because of Queen Elsa.
Queen Elsa, okay. What would you do with your superpower, you think?
Freeze everything.
Freeze everything? Okay. I honestly, when I think about that, the only reason why I would want to have an ice power is so that I could never be cold again. Yeah, because I'm always cold. So I like that. I like that superpower. That's cool. What about you, Gus? What do you think that you would have as a superpower? Tough one, huh?
Oh, what's it called? What's the name?
You want us to loop back around so you can think about it a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, Danner. If you had a superpower, what would it be? What superpower? So a superpower is like if you could fly, or if you had laser vision, or if you could read somebody's mind. Can you think of a superpower that you would want to have? What are you thinking? To be here? Oh, so that would be your superpower, to just be here all the time. Okay. Why? Hold on a second. One more time, Danner.
One more time.
Uh,
To pierce.
Oh,
to
to Pierce is what you're saying? Pierce, the instructor? Okay. You would want to be here to be with Pierce? To be with Ashley? Is it because all your friends are here? Okay. All right. That is a very good reason as to why you would want the superpower to always be at watch. Because all your friends are here. Makes sense. Okay. Back to you, Gus. Have you thought about it?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. What would be your superpower, sir?
Jack Frost.
To be Jack Frost? Okay. All right. Why?
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Well, okay, so think about why you chose Jack Frost. Why'd you choose to have a frosty power?
Because
Is it because Ashley chose a frosty power? Aren't you guys dating?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so that
yeah.
makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Did you just not want to say that, Gus? That you wanted to be the Jack Frost to Miss Elsa over here? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, let's get to the backup question then. So we had a backup question just in case we ran out of conversation topic. And that was it was who's the most influential person in your life and why? And it doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could be somebody that you are with all the time, or who is the most influential person in your life? Salime? Oh, that's so sweet.
Um.
Is it because she helps you a lot? Yeah, that's really sweet. I'm gonna tell her that. Yeah, I'm gonna let her know.
Oh.
Very cool. And she always is helping you in computers, I know. And she's really nice too, so that's a good answer. I like that answer. All right. Anybody? Anybody?
Mine would be Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, really? That's very kind. And why?
Well, if if I have a problem or something, she listens and help helps me do something else um or help me get through it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I always admire Elizabeth. She has such great advice sometimes that I don't know where she comes up with it. It's awesome. It's like she has just a heart of gold. So that's also a very good answer. Cool. Awesome. All right, Gus. Who's the most influential person to you?
my friend.
Your friends? Do you have one in particular?
Um,
Or are they just collectively influential to you?
they're happy for me.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Mhm.
They miss me, and
Yeah, I like it actually, Gus, that you've been showing up more. Yeah, yeah. I think this is like the third week that we've had you in the podcast, which is awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How's your back doing?
I'm about to get.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's been down,
Okay,
and
cool. Right on. Well, I'm really glad. I kind of feel like maybe you started showing up a little bit more because you have your girlfriend here too, and that's really cool.
yeah, it's not
That's
mine.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I walk for a while, and
Well,
she's always my heart, and
I'm very happy to have you, regardless of the reason, because you've been gone for a little while.
yeah,
It
for a
was
while, and
yeah. I feel like I only saw you like once every couple of months or something like that.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and now I know you're back because you always leave your time card on top of the lockers. I find it every day.
That's
And I'm like, "Oh, it's good to have Gus back around."
oh, dang.
All right, guys. Well, you guys want to wrap it up? Or is there anything else on your guys' mind? Anything else you guys wanted to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Mm,
The floor is yours.
Oh, yeah. I got I'm so glad. My uncle he get minions for watch. The goodness he get out of here and
Your uncle did what? I'm sorry.
um
Oh, your uncle. Yes, we know your uncle. Mm-hmm. And
yeah
yeah, he chose not to come back, right?
no he's done it watch because he didn't want his issues at home because we
Oh, so he's gonna come back too?
no he got minions small I was saying um he got my uncle he got minions be here at watch small.
I'm so sorry, guys. He something about
I think he got a minion.
a meeting. Yes, okay, okay, okay. He's got a meeting here tomorrow at
He got
Watch.
yeah.
Got it. Okay. I'm so sorry, Gus. Sometimes it takes me a little bit, but you know what? I really appreciate your patience in repeating yourself, and I can't imagine how frustrating that might be sometimes. But
Yeah,
thank you. So he's got a meeting tomorrow at Watch.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And so he's gonna be here. Yeah?
I know you get beaten. I think you get this minion, that was just
Right, right,
talk
right.
about
Right, but he's gonna come in for his meeting, is that right?
yeah.
Yeah, but he's not coming in for the day program.
No,
No. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's awesome. So we'll get to see your uncle tomorrow. I haven't seen him in a long time either. So,
yeah. So yeah, I've done my uncle. So
yeah, yeah. No, I think it'll be great.
so
It'll be good to see him. Yeah. Thank you for letting us know.
yeah,
I
of course.
also, hold on a second. Also, before we get off of this podcast, I'm pretty sure that we have a ceremony thingy going on tomorrow for the van, the new van.
oh,
Yes, we were supposed to have it like a month ago, but it was really, really rainy and cold, and so they postponed it. And so I think tomorrow there's
Uh-huh.
supposed to be some sort of a ceremony. So yeah, it'll be happening tomorrow, I think at like 10 or something. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm right in that. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right.
find out and see.
Yeah, it's
You'll find
either this
out.
Friday or it's next Friday, but we're having a
Maybe
ceremony.
you'll find out.
We're having a ceremony for the new van.
I hope.
Watch was they got a grant for a
Uh-huh.
new van, and then they got the purchase for the van.
Oh,
And
sweet.
yeah. And so that's why that's the new van that's out there. It's a new Toyota.
That's a very good
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that thing is
I'm
huge
happy.
too. Shane keeps calling it the hog. Yeah, yep. And I think that that name will catch on. What do you think, Danner? Yeah, you think? Do you think that we should call the new van the hog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I love the name. I like
Yep.
it.
I'm hoping Heiko can use it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh
That's
yeah.
was the
Oh
whole
yeah. I
intent
forgot about
behind
that.
buying it. Yeah, it was for high gear and I mean obviously transportation all around.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that'll be cool. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the inside. I've just seen the outside.
I've seen a little bit in the back, but not all of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. I'm excited. I'll double check with those dates though. I could totally be wrong. I don't know if it's tomorrow or if it's next Friday, but yeah, I know that there's supposed to be a ceremony for it.
Yeah.
So
We see.
yeah. But your uncle coming, that's what made me think of it. Was
Yeah.
because tomorrow's Friday. Yeah.
And it's payday.
And it's payday. I know. I'm excited about that too.
Yep.
So, well, then let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for your guys' answers. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah.
pleasure.
And we'll get the next group in here. You guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
We interrupt this episode for a brief commercial break. Watch was founded in 1972 by a group of parents and teachers who knew that adults with intellectual disabilities needed support to live productive and happy lives as members of our community. It has grown over the past 50 plus years to now support over 180 people who live in Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Mariposa counties.
Come work at Watch. A job at Watch is important and meaningful. If you're interested in employment with Watch, please complete the application for employment and return by email rcarney@watchemail.org, rcarney@watchemail.org, fax to 209-533-0907, mail to 12801 Havasu Road, Sonora, California 95370, or you can hand deliver to our office at Watch Resources at 12801 Havasu Road, Sonora, California 95370. For information, you can call Ruth Carney at 209-533-0510.
Back to Talk with Watch.
Welcome back to Talk with Watch. Greg Janetta here, sitting in with Cord, Andy, and Terry. And good morning, everybody. We just had a little excitement with a fire drill. So we're all back and safe, and we're ready to discuss superpowers. And this is a topic that we talked about earlier, and everybody seemed to get pretty excited about it. Let's dive right in. And we'll begin with Terry over here. Terry, if you could have a superpower, like Superman has, where he can fly through the air, if you could have any superpower, what would your superpower be? If you could wake up tomorrow morning and you had this exceptional gift that you could do.
Sleep in.
The power to sleep in.
Yeah, sleep in.
I love that. Okay, so for some people may not be sleeping in, but I do love your answer. So you would be able to sleep in through anything. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You would have the power if there was
Okay.
if there was a massive tsunami or an earthquake, and you would have the power to sleep right through it, right?
Right.
So just sleep through anything.
Yeah.
I wish I had that power these days because my body wakes me up pretty much every morning at 3:30. I don't know why. But anyway, Andy, let's move on to you.
Go to Cord Tammy.
You want to go to Cord first? Okay, Cord.
Because I want to say my last.
Okay, we'll go over here to Cord. Cord, if you could have any superpower in the world bestowed upon you, what would it be? What would you like to have? Think of all the superhero movies that are out right now and all the powers they have, like Spider-Man can spin webs.
Yes.
Superman can fly. Batman has all those cool gadgets that he gets to use and he fights crime. What would be a superpower that you would like to have? And it doesn't have to be a superpower that you see in the movies. It could be a different superpower, like helping people in some way, or
Yeah.
you'd like to help people, so you'd like to have the power to help people. Do you think that that would be your superpower? Is that what, or can you think of something else? That's okay. If you need some time, let's go to Andy because I know Andy, and then we'll come back to you, Cord. I know Andy already has a response ready to go. So, Andy, go ahead and lean up towards that microphone, get real close to that, and tell us what your superpower would be.
To see if we can get all the dishes like going right in the open up the door and then put all the clean dishes away.
So, you'd like to be able to move things with your mind. You'd be able, like the example you just brought up was dishes, and during our facility maintenance here, which is a class we have, you help out with the dishes a lot, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd like to be able to just open up the dishwasher and use your mind to put away all the clean dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you don't have to use your hands, you just use your mind. And the dishes will float, and the cups and bowls and the silverware will float to where they need to go, right?
Yep.
To the cupboards and drawers that they
Like
need.
the same thing at home too. Doing the same thing at home.
Can you imagine if you're at home doing your chores and you could just get your chores done with your mind? You don't even have to. You could just lay on the couch and watch TV and use your mind to take the garbage out, to vacuum, to mow the lawn. That's a really interesting response. So you'd like the power, which I think that's called telekinesis, which I believe telekinesis is the power to move things with your mind. And there's been a lot of movies made about that kind of power. So I'm not sure if there's a superhero that has telekinesis. I'd have to think about that. But Andy would like the power of telekinesis, which is really cool. So Terry's over here. She would love the power to sleep in,
Yes.
which I don't know that we're going to have a better response than that today. Telekinesis for Andy and Cord. Have you been able to come up with something yet, or do you want me to share my superpower first?
Yeah.
So I think if I had a superpower, I would like to have the power to cure illnesses. So people that are sick in the world, particularly young children that have, terminal illnesses, things like that. I would love to be able to heal people, have the power to heal sick people in the world.
Same thing. I want you with that one.
You like that too? Okay. So if
I'm saying
uh
I'm just trying what you just said. I could help too.
you could help too, so maybe that would be a second superpower of yours
Yeah, to help your what?
to help cure people
Yeah.
and to make people feel better.
Yeah.
All right. Cord, have you been able to come up with a superpower yet? What are you thinking about? Let's ask you this. Of all the superheroes in the world, what do you think is the coolest superpower that you've ever seen? What about, some people have the power to be invisible,
I like that one.
not seen to the naked eye. Do you like that one?
Yes.
So you could be invisible? What about flying? I mean, if you could fly like Superman, you could fly anywhere. Do you think that that's something that?
Yeah.
So you're kind of keen to flight. Now, see, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'm afraid of heights. So that superpower I'd be like the greatest American hero. If you ever saw that old TV show, the guy, he doesn't fly very well and he crashes into buildings. And that would be me if I was ever gifted with the power of flight. So that's something I would not
I
want.
have
But
another one.
Cord is leaning towards the power of invisibility and the power of flight. So, okay, Andy, give us another superpower.
And I watch it on TV too.
Okay,
Of it.
what's that?
Supergirl.
Supergirl. What does she do? I'm not sure I know Supergirl's power.
It's like she changed to fly. She flies.
Okay, she can fly too.
Mhm.
I'm totally unfamiliar with the powers that Supergirl has, but
And
are they similar to? Does she have can she shoot those lasers out of her eyes like Superman can?
if someone hits her, she doesn't feel it.
They just did a movie about. They just made a movie called Novocaine. which is about a guy who has a superpower where he can't feel pain. So I think that's what you're saying right there.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Right now she does like her boss tells her to do something,
yeah,
and
as all bosses do.
she tells her to get her some coffee. She gives her some coffee, and then she hears something in her ear. She heard something what's happening, and she just has to go change to be Supergirl.
So that she has this sense, she gets that sense in her mind, sort of like Spider-Man has the spider sense, where he can sense when there's something wrong,
Bingo.
when there's a crime being committed.
Bingo.
So Supergirl has that same gift.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for sharing, and
Okay.
we'll be right back with more Talk with Watch.
We interrupt this episode for a brief commercial break.
Discover the creativity of the Watch Art Guild. Check out our ceramic fish and other creative ceramics made by our talented participants. We also have beautiful wall art painted by our participants. Our pieces were made with love and care by each of our participants. Each of our members strive to create unique quality art. Every artist receives an income from each sale. Every purchase you make shows how much the work is appreciated and loved. Thank you for shopping at Watch Resources Art Guild. You can purchase at artguild@watchemail.org. Art Guild at watchemail.org. Link in bio.
Do you love to thrift shop? Then you must check out our thrift store, Good Stuff, at 108 Peachtree Way, Sonora, California 95370. Our hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a treasure hunt every day at our thrift store, Good Stuff. Gently used, gently priced. Donations are accepted whenever the store is open. Occasionally, we are overwhelmed with your generosity and need to limit donations. If you need to be sure we are accepting donations, call 209-588-0550 before you come back. Your donations and purchases provide jobs for people with disabilities and funding to support Watch's services. You can take a virtual tour on our Watch website at watchresources.org. Again, watchresources.org under the Businesses tab. Link in bio.
Back to Talk with Watch.
Okay, guys. Hello. Back again. Amanda here. Got Courtney, Daniela, and Jamie. You guys want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. All right. So we kind of collectively came up with the topic of, or a question, I should say, of if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? And you guys feel free to rapid fire at any time. I still have not come up with a superpower that I would be fully satisfied with. I don't know. I keep going back and forth between flight. I think flight would be a cool superpower, or maybe being able to go invisible. I don't know. I
You
think
took the words out of my mouth.
invisibility.
Well, those two plus maybe
Hearing?
super hearing.
Oh, supersonic hearing. What about the ability to read minds? That was another one that I had thought of.
I really like that one too.
Yeah, but it would be, I don't know, I feel like it might hurt my feelings if I had the ability to read people's minds, you know? Like, what if you weren't thinking something very kind of me and I was able to hear that, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
I mean,
was,
that yes, that would be kind of.
yeah, it was just
But
something that I was thinking about.
again, Billy would be like able to ignore things too.
To ignore things, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like, I don't know.
Choose what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear.
Right. That's true. And like if you have the ability to read minds, I feel like the conflict could be resolved easier. Like it's not your thoughts aren't being filtered through your brain, right? Like you don't always say whatever is on your mind, right?
No.
But if we were able to see or hear what's on your mind, I think maybe we would be able to come to better resolutions. I don't know, because it's like more honest, I guess. They won't have the ability to lie, like they're being honest through
You
their
already
thoughts.
know.
Yeah, because their thoughts. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just that's an interesting. Would it be an interesting superpower? What about you, Courtney?
I want to be a Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. So I'm trying to think of Wonder Woman's superpower. She's just like super strong, right?
She uses her wristband.
Yeah. As what? For what?
Like she has that cape around her back,
Mm-hmm.
and when she uses when she uses that thing.
Her what? So I guess I'm curious what specific superpower that Wonder Woman has that it is that you want. Have you thought about that?
The Green Goblin.
No. A specific superpower. So like
Oh,
laser vision or being able to fly or having super strength or something like that. Do you have one of those? Like a superpower that you would
yeah.
And does one of those correlate with Wonder Woman? Okay, so to explain it. What's the superpower and how does it correlate with Wonder Woman?
Like what about like Power Ranger?
Okay. I'm not talking about superheroes. I'm talking about superpowers.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So what superpower would you want? So like what superpower would you want? Not necessarily a super
Shooting.
shooting webs? Okay. So what would be the reason for that? Why would you want to be able to shoot webs out of your wrist?
Um, because when he uses that web, like shoots at the web,
Hmm.
um, he uses for
I guess you could probably use it to like grab objects and bring them closer to you. Or like climb on walls or something. I don't know. I couldn't see a reason why I would want to climb on any walls in this city. I don't know. But that's cool.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Jamie, what's your superpower, girl?
Super speed.
Super speed. I like that one. Why? So you can beat everybody in track.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Would you go anywhere with your super speed?
Japan.
Japan. Okay. What's your reasoning for wanting to go to Japan? Just a place you always wanted to
Where
visit.
they filmed Karate Kid.
It's where they filmed The Karate Kid. Yeah.
The second one, I think.
The second one was awesome. I don't even remember what town that was. That's cool.
Okinawa or something like that.
Yeah, probably Okinawa. Daniela, I know that we kind of talked a little bit, but you didn't get a chance to tell me what your superpower was.
To be invisible.
To be invisible?
Not like to be visible, but just like
To like be able to go invisible whenever you wanted? Mm-hmm. And
appear to like different places.
and like appear in different places. Um, would you say that you would more so want like teleportation then?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, teleportation, that would be super cool. So then you wouldn't have to walk, but like, I don't know, do you think that you would turn out, do you think that the society, like a society of people that could teleport would turn out like the population of Wall-E? Because nobody would exercise anymore, right?
I would still exercise.
You would still exercise.
I would only use that power for certain reasons.
Like if it's like late at night or something and you don't want to walk.
Like if I was having a craving.
Mm-hmm. Just appear at the grocery store and get something.
Yep.
I like that. I like that. I was listening to some of the other people's their answers, and Terry Morrow said that she wishes that she could sleep forever. Andy says that he wishes he could do his chores with his mind, so he didn't have to actually do them. I thought that that was a really clever one. Well, okay. We still have some time, so we have another question, and that is, what is, or who is somebody that really influences you? And it doesn't have to be a famous person. It could be like a friend or somebody that you see every day, but somebody that influences you.
I know I say this all the time, but Monty does a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
he is like out of all my ex-boyfriends, he's like top 100.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I know he can be a pain in my butt,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, he does make me happy.
So is there anything specific that, like a trait of his that you admire the most?
He's loving and caring,
Mm-hmm.
and even though I don't, even though I don't ask him, he does it anyway. Like, I'll get ready to ask him something, and he'll be already doing it.
Aw, that's sweet. So he's kind of like one step ahead of you.
Yes,
That's awesome, Daniela. Well,
but it's like that with like we take care of each other.
mm-hmm. I see it. I see it all the time. Like I said, before you came into his life, he was like a little Monty pile all over the building. It's like you could look at the table and just see a pile of stuff, and it's like, oh, there's Monty was sitting there at one point.
Right?
Yeah, but now he seems a lot more organized. He seems a little bit more put together.
He still has.
I could see that he still has a lot of stuff that he likes to unload. But he's not leaving himself everywhere, you know? It doesn't seem like it at
Yeah.
least. Yeah. So I think you're really good in that regard for him. Yeah, kind of helps him keep himself together. What about you, Courtney? Who's somebody that influences you?
What is the question?
Who's somebody that influences you?
Um,
Do you know what an influence is? Somebody that inspires you, somebody that you look up to and want to kind of be somewhat like you. There's something about them that you really like that you want to be like.
um, I'm not, I'm not very sure.
You're not sure? Okay, that's all right. It could be somebody famous, it could be a friend, it could be anyone. Staff member at SFRC. It could be anyone.
It's just like in the future, I want to be famous.
Okay.
I want to be, I want to be a singer.
Okay. So is there any singers out there that influence you currently?
Like if I ever had a place to go, I would go to um America's Got Talent
Okay. Is there a singer that influenced you to want to do that?
to make my own music out of CDs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So who's the singer that influenced you to want to do that? Is there a singer out there that you admire a lot? Okay, who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
If I ever had a if I ever picked one judge from America's Got Talent, I would pick Simon Cowell.
Okay, cool. Very cool, Courtney. Thank you for sharing. Jamie?
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel. Oh my goodness, for real? That's awesome. Okay, what about him? Why? You seem so ready for that answer. So what about him influences you?
Because he does voices.
He does voices, okay. Did you ever see the movie Little Monsters?
Think so.
Jamie, if you haven't seen the movie Little Monsters, we've got to watch that at some point in here because that has Howie Mandel in it and he plays a monster. He's got a lot of makeup on, but that was the first movie I ever saw him in and I loved it.
That's the movie you watched for
Film appreciation. Mm-hmm. Film appreciation. Yep. Yep,
I
yep.
remember that.
Yeah, so the blue monster,
Oh, okay.
that's
okay,
Howie
okay.
Mandel. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so he is very comedic, and I think is that what you're trying to get at? That he's comedic. So, but you also said that he does voices. What do you mean?
He. Have you seen Gremlins?
I have.
He's like the voice of Gizmo.
No,
Why?
no, he does not. Are you serious? So what we were talking about is that Jamie was totally right that Gizmo is voiced by Howie Mandel. And then we
I
talked.
didn't know that either until like I know. I thought it was somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like Robin Williams.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good guess too. But we were talking about his germophobia as well, and that's like the only thing I really know about him. But we were really close to ending the podcast, and I wanted to open the floor to you guys if there was anything that you guys wanted to talk about. Well, then we can wrap it up. Do you guys want to say goodbye?
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Talk with Watch.